So today I'm going to try and do something different. It's Sunday, and I have talked about this before. I put in about 90-hour work weeks, and I'm exhausted. I woke up exhausted, which is so unusual for me. So I thought, okay, we're going to take the day off. At first I didn't. I started to work. But I just I felt like I was going and doing this downward slide thing. My brain didn't want to be in that situation. And I thought, okay, we're going to take the day off. We're going to work on, let's see if I can, there, the crate back there. We are going to get it started. Just start it. That's it. I have energy. I can do this. The sun is shining. It's not raining. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days. So I need a few hours to do this. So then I went out to do my daily rounds, and in doing my daily rounds, all of a sudden I was in absolute pain. I have what I call early onset IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I don't know a lot about it. I know the doctors say, yeah, you have all the symptoms, but we can't confirm. And I hate being poked and prodded by doctors, so I just deal with it. As I get to the parking lot that I always go to, and it's a pretty aggressive parking lot. It's why I spend time here doing parking lot anthropology, because I've had my fortune told. I've been asked to marry an old Russian. I have had somebody come up and slam on my windows. I have had, I rescued a puppy from being stolen. Like, it's just, the stories go on and on. But I'm sitting in the parking lot and the pain hits. And boy, it's painful. I can't even get out of my vehicle. The pain is so bad. So I thought, okay, what am I gonna do? So this TikTok is about poop. And I'm just looking at you, because nobody likes to talk about poop. I know people who are okay with it, and I know people who are very not okay with it, and I know people like me who have nightmares about toilets. Not poop or anything else, toilets. So I have a toilet in the back of my vehicle, but I prefer to be, I don't have coverings on my windows all the time, so I prefer to be in a place where I get a little privacy. There is nothing like sticking a big old butt up in front of a window and trying to get down positioned on that toilet. That's not a friendly move, and probably somebody would take a picture that would haunt me in my later life, right? So I decide, okay, what you're going to do, you are going to drive, you're going to race all the way back to your parking lot, where, because it's summer semester, there's hardly any cars in the parking lot. You're going to park beside the forest, and you are going to take care of this, because I didn't even think I would have time or be able to walk to the closest washroom. So I get there, nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. And I thought to myself, as I'm sitting there thinking, pain's gone. Absolutely nothing is happening. False alarm, which is great, because I only use this toilet for emergency purposes, or safety, if I'm camping in the middle of, like, behind a pub, or somewhere where I don't feel quite safe. I thought to myself, what's the one thing nobody talks about on social media? They're very polite, and they say, well, if you have to go to the bathroom, or if you need a toilet, or do you have a shovel, and because there's all these things. And I'm a person who, not only do I have nightmares, I don't like talking about this shit. So I decided I'm going to talk about poop. I'm going to talk about poop, 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 poop. And we're going to keep saying that word until we're comfortable saying it. What do you do? If you're living in your vehicle and you are nowhere near, how do you feel safe? I mean, I camp a lot in bear country. Active, really active bear country. I've had bears with their claws and paws up against the window because I was stupid enough to pack meat sticks, which were my past go-to travel treat. Not anymore. They can smell them through a cooler and through plastic, through you name it, they can smell it. And so I've had bears up there peering in my vehicle. One bear, sorry, not bears, one bear. And I've had just too many instances that were unsafe, even at provincial parks or conservation authority parks where I'm camping. Even when I pay to camp, there's just so many unsafe situations for solo female travelers. So how do you poop? And you gotta. When you gotta, you gotta. That's just like poop, poop, poop. Gotta. I carry a toilet. So what do you do? I know I talk with a lot of campers on here, car campers. I don't know what other people do. I know it's very embarrassing when you don't have access to a toilet. It can be very embarrassing. I've hung onto a tree and shook my butt if I just have to pee. But when you gotta poop, it's totally different. Totally different. And you have to be very careful. And I think if I can recommend anything, I think the toilet cost me $130 at Canadian Tire or Home Depot, whatever the place was. And it allows me the freedom to do whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, which is exactly why I do the shit that I do. So, I just want to put it out there. Nobody talks about it. Or I haven't seen anybody talk about it anyways. So I'm just putting it out there. Why don't we talk about the absolute necessities? Like, I watch all these YouTubers that do videos on, you know, how to start fires in the rain, or how to catch fish, or how to, like, all this kind of stuff and like even doomsday preppers, and it doesn't matter. I watch it all. I'm so interested. Nobody talks about having to poop. So it's a conversation I'm having. And if someday in my future life somebody sees that I have talked about poop, well, I hope I'm awarded a medal, because I have never been able to get past the nightmares, the poop nightmares, the toilet nightmares. The Royal Throne. Maybe they'll give me a Royal Throne brooch, medal, award, something like that. However, I'm okay. Are you okay?